Hello there, creators. Welcome to Sonic Creations. I am Justin, the creator of Sonic Creations, if you will. I figured it's the new year, and I just wanted to have some sort of a face-to-face talk to discuss my future plans and what the channel is going to look like in this next year, and also how much I appreciate all the support from all my projects and the patience that you guys have had, because these things... These episodes have just been taking longer and longer and longer to get out, and it's really just because to up the quality, we're talking animation, voice acting, making sure just everything is perfect. It just takes a long time. And I remember when I was working on Sonic Doomsday, one episode took like a month, maybe less, maybe 3 weeks to put together. And of course, back then when I was working on that, I had a lot more free time, which I just don't have these days. It's actually crazy to think about how much free time I used to have, but now it's not going to happen. As I said, summer of 2023, when I did my other sort of update video, I'm out in Florida now. So I was living in California, but now I'm in Florida. Just went across the entire United States, and now I'm on the East Coast. So there's a lot more expenses for me to worry about. There's, a lot more responsibilities. I'm more so on my own than I used to be, so but it's been a great transition for me, something that I really needed in my life, and so it affects other things that I work on, like these projects, like these episodes and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to be transparent about that it's not that I just love taking my time with these things, because that's not the case. If I could get them out faster, I absolutely would, but that's not gonna be what's happening. These things take at least 4 months to put together, and that's actually for getting voice actors and actresses that I need for the project itself. I just love swinging around in my chair. And also it's for, if I need to make any music for the episode, if I need to come up with a certain scene that's really hard for me to figure out, which happens sometimes. But anyway, I really appreciated you guys' feedback on that community post. It's always good to hear you guys' feedback so I can give you guys what you want to see and what you find interesting, and that's what's really important to me. And so right now I'm working on a couple of those projects. One of them is I want to start a Who Is series. From one of the comments that was left, I'll put it up here. So basically it would be like what I did with that Mecha Sonic video, but I do that with every single character. And I just thought that was such a good idea, and I just wanted to give credit here of the person who came up with that idea. So I'm going to keep making those with all different kinds of characters and just really put my all into it and see where that can go. I think it'd be really interesting. It probably wouldn't just be based on the characters from my show. I mean, that would be the core of the video, but it would also be talking about that character's history, whether that be in comics or in the video games or in the movies or whatnot, whatever needs to be touched on, of where my inspiration came from and where this character originally came from, so that would be what to expect from those types of videos. They're going to be it'll be me just mainly talking about the characters that I've created in my show, how they relate to their official counterpart, where I want to go with them in the future maybe, and without spoiling anything, of course, and just also why I made them the way they are and what I love about their characters, because I don't know, I've been developing these characters for a long time now throughout this show, and I've actually really grown to love a lot of my versions of these characters, and I really want to share how I decided to make them the way they are, and give them the character arc that I've given them and all that kind of stuff. So I love talking about characters, if you haven't noticed. I love talking about stories. I love talking about all these things. So this is just something that I'd like to further explore in my content, because it seems like that's what my channel really is, solely focused on, is story, characters, and just providing entertainment for all you guys, and for myself, of course, with my show. So I'm going to keep going in that direction with the type of content that I make. Now, I do just want to frame like what you guys can expect for the rest of this year in terms of my show and the animations, or whatever you want to call them. From what it looks like right now, I have everything plotted out till the end of the show. And yes, there is going to be an end. I know it's kind of strange to say that so early on, but I do have an ending planned, and I'm still formulating it a little bit. I'm not done necessarily writing that. I'm too busy focused on like what's next and the more near future stuff. This is very far future, or maybe it depends on how quickly I can get these out, right? But I can always push that ending back if, like, for example, I realize I don't want the ending to come so soon. I'm gonna maybe push it back a little bit and give some more breathing room for some more stories. And like, it all depends on, do I have more stories to tell, and is the show successful on YouTube? And if those things are not necessarily like achieved, then I'll just put the ending to the show there and we'll just call it, we'll call it at that. But I don't want to do that, simply just because I've spent so much time and I've put so much passion into this project. Like, I would hate to prematurely end it and then like be left feeling like, man, I wish I did more. Like, I wish I could have done this story and this story. Oh, why did I end it? I don't want to go through that. So, just putting that out there, that like I do plan to have a definitive ending for the show. I don't want it to just suddenly stop and then everyone's like, oh, what happened? Where's the next part? I would not want to do that. I wouldn't want anyone to do that with their project where they're trying to tell a story, So, it's like if you're reading a book series or you're watching a TV show and then the finale or the final season just isn't there. It just doesn't feel right. It feels incomplete. So I don't want to do that. So that aside, what I plan for 2024 for this year for the show, I know that I'm going to be starting Sonic Aftermath, which is the next like big arc after Cybernetics that, that they lead into each other. But there's going to be one episode that I haven't talked about ever, I don't think, on the channel, because I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. But I'm going to be doing and I'm going to start doing this, a solo episode, like a short film type thing. It's not going to be episodic. It's just going to be one big episode. And I don't know how long it's going to be. It could be 20 minutes, like just the average length of one of my episodes, like 15 to 20 minutes, or it could be 30 to 40 minutes. I don't know. But that's going to be what I'm directly working on after Cybernetics finale is complete, which I'm working on right now. So the finale is probably going to be April that it comes out. Simply because I took December to focus on myself, make sure that I'm good, and like I had to get a lot of things done. So I didn't really have too much time, and I also needed a break after completing episode 5, which I'm really happy was such a success, and everyone seemed to really like it. Which I really appreciate all the feedback you guys give me, and it's good to see that my hard work paid off. That's a good feeling always. Yeah, for episode 6, probably going to be April. Could be May, like it could be earlier than April. I feel like a broken record because I feel like I said this exact same thing for episode 4 last year. But yeah, I want to get at least like 4 to 5 episodes out a year. That feels about right. But the issue is that this finale for Cybernetics is the most ambitious, crazy, like most animation required type deal. It's not just another episode that I can get done in like 3 to 4 months. I may need a little longer. It just depends on how I can get this done. How fast I can get it done, and there are some roadblocks in the way. But other than that, it should be on track to come out in April. Now, this new project, I'm going to go ahead and just put up the logo in front of my face. It's called Sonic Agent of Chaos. And so basically it's a single episode, short film, whatever you want to call it, about Fleetway, Supersonic, which I don't actually have a name for him in the show. They just kind of call him like the evil Sonic, so I don't really know what proper name I could give him. I call him Fleetway because that's what everyone knows him as. So it's going to be centered around his character and a few other characters, and him and Miles are going to be trying to recruit some more members for their team. It's a direct continuation of the end of Revolution, but it happens at the same time that the Sonic Cybernetics storyline is happening. So they'll both end at the same exact point where this, no spoilers, this thing happens, and then we lead into Sonic Aftermath. So, and Fleetway will be in Sonic Aftermath as well. So I'm bringing back this character because I know a lot of people are probably wondering what happened to his character and where is he and all that kind of stuff, and I do have an answer for that, and the answer is this episode that's going to be it's going to introduce a lot of new things to the series, a lot of new characters, a lot of new story and world building. I'm honestly really excited to work on that because I miss that villain, I miss that character, I miss writing for him, I miss voice acting him. It's been so long, you know. It's just going to be really interesting to come back to a character after not voicing him for, I don't know how long it's been. Over a year for sure. I think the last time I voiced him was 2022, sometime around there. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a whole other year of, like, getting these episodes out, and then I'm going to start it directly after I finish Agent of Chaos. And then I'll probably only get like 3 episodes done from what I'm guessing. This finale and this single episode are going to take a lot of time, you know, they're very ambitious. And then Aftermath itself is also very ambitious. So yeah, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 episodes of Aftermath before the year ends. And then 2025 will be finishing Aftermath and then going into the next couple of solo episodes, and then we'll get to that big final arc, which would have been the ending, but again, if I decide by the time we get there, like mid to late 2025, if the channel's in a better place and if the show is, you know, gaining traction, I'll want to continue it, and if I have more stories to tell, even if those things aren't happening, I'll continue it. But if not, I'll just wrap it up and finish it off, you know, and provide a conclusive story. So, looks like this update was mostly about my show, but there is a lot of new content that I have planned just for my discussion videos, and I want to do more scripted videos. I like my discussions, but, you know, and I understand that you guys like them too. It's just I feel like I could be more concise with the way I'm delivering my ideas. My brain just works weird, you know, when I'm talking just out of my ass, you know, I'm trying to piece things together, and sometimes I come up with things on the spot, and, you know, it's very, like on a rare occasion, I'll listen back to them and just be like, what the heck was I was talking about one thing and then I'm on to another thing, and then, you know, I feel like they could use some more structure, you know, so that's what I want to do with, that's how I feel, at least, you know. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there is, but I love voicing these characters. They're really fun to voice, gotta say, you know. And I'm really excited to get into this next year. There's so many good things coming. I mean, you guys have no idea. It's so exciting. I just can't wait to just finish Cybernetics so I can get to those things. Like, it's one of those things. Even though I'm very excited about the Cybernetics finale, of course, that's going to be... I can't say. I can't say. But it's very ambitious and very action-packed. So you guys are you're gonna love what I put together here, and I'm very excited to get to work on it. I'm just started on the first scene. It's probably going to be something that I release on its own first to give you guys something, you know, because I know it's going to be such a long wait for this next episode. So I'll release that first scene whenever it's done and I feel like it's good to go, like it's good enough to be uploaded. And yeah, we'll go from there. But I think that is it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you guys have any ideas for content for this channel, you know. I'm open to suggestion. you know, because I've already gotten some really good ideas and I'm already working on implementing them. So if you guys have any more ideas, do feel free to let me know, because I'm still trying to find like the identity of this channel, even though things may seem kind of more well established now. I'm still trying to figure things out and figure out like, what can I bring to the table that's different? Because part of me already feels like I am doing that, but then there's another part of me that's like, well, first of all, I could be doing better. I feel like last year was a bit lazy. Well, not really lazy, but like, because I had so much going on, I didn't have that much time, and therefore the content sort of suffered in that way. So I just want to do better this year and just provide better content, and hopefully be able to get partnered on YouTube as well. That's another goal of this year. So Happy New Year to you all. I wish you the best of luck in everything that you do. I really appreciate you guys supporting my content, and it means a whole lot to me, because I don't know if I ever shared this, but I've been working on trying to put my story for Sonic out there for a long time. Like ever since I was a kid, I was making stop motion with like action figures, and I used to have this other channel that I'm pretty sure all those videos and my old channel is gone, but I used to have an old channel where I did that with a neighborhood friend of mine growing up, and we would put together these stop motion animation videos, and we'd do the voice acting, and we'd edit it, and we'd do all the special effects, and it was very much inspired from PipLupFan77, of course, who's like the king of the stop motion stuff in the community. But I remember doing that, and just like, I think it was like pre-middle school going into middle school kind of area of my life, and I never thought I'd actually be at this point where I would be putting like my story out there, and it's actually reaching people, and people are enjoying it. I mean, it's so wild. It still hasn't sunk in with me. It's a very personal endeavor. I'm not just doing this for views, or I'm not just doing this because whatever, you know what I mean? I'm doing this because the number one reason is it's a personal journey for me to complete this. I feel very strongly about that. This is getting finished, no matter if this channel becomes successful or not. You know, it's a personal goal of mine to do this, and it makes me happy that you guys want to join me on that journey to doing that. It means a lot. So I really think that this is going to be a good year for the channel, and a good year for my show. So thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.